Good morning, BookTubers. It's Andy from Estella's Revenge, and it is about 9 a.m. in the U.S. Central Time, where I live. And so it's very early in the day, but I wanted to bring you a little update about my participation in the Dog Days of Summer Readathon. I've had such a good time with this Readathon so far. There's been a lot of conversation on Twitter, excuse me, and my fiance was here yesterday, so we did a lot of reading together and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun. So I wanted to recap for you the books I've read so far. We still have the rest of today, so I will be reading more, so I'll show you a little bit about what I have in mind. The first book that I read for Dog Days of Summer, and I mentioned previously that this readathon is sort of focused on nostalgia reads, or reads that take you back to a particular time in life. And so the first book I chose was Arable and Mortimer by Joan Aiken, or Joan Aiken. She is, I believe, a British author of children's books. She is most famous for writing The Wolves of Willoughby Chase, though I have not read those books. But I found the Mortimer books when I was in 5th grade, so it's been a very long time ago. And this is a series of books about a little girl named Arable and her pet raven named Mortimer. And Mortimer gets into all kinds of trouble. He eats a lot of things that he shouldn't. He causes catastrophe wherever he goes. And so, yeah, these are just a really fun series of books. And I think this one in particular I had not read before. Several years ago when I was looking to own these books, they were out of print at the time. And so I bought several of them from abebooks.com. And this one, they have been reissued since then. This one came from the publisher, so it's like a whole brand new copy compared to my old tattered ones that I still love so much. So yeah, definitely a 5-star read. Really enjoyed revisiting this series. I also had plans to read some Roald Dahl books, and I went by Half Price Books on Friday night with the intention of maybe picking up 1 or 2 more to read, and I just couldn't decide. And I felt like, you know, I've already done a big haul this month. I have another installment of that haul. What business do I have buying more books? So I decided instead to reread one of my very favorite Roald Dahl books, and this is George's Marvelous Medicine. And it's about a boy who has kind of a horrible grandmother who, she's sort of witchy and sort of unpleasant and just gripes and complains about everything. And so George concocts a very special medicine to see if it will help her get out of her funk, and with some very humorous results, as you can imagine. So this is a really short book. It's only about 90 pages, so I read that all yesterday very quickly. And then the final book that I have completed so far, so I read this and completed it last night. We have The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, and I have already read and reviewed We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I actually need to, I think, release that review still here on YouTube. And so I'm going to do a review of The Haunting of Hill House too, just in case you're kind of deciding what you want to read by Shirley Jackson, because you should definitely read something by Shirley Jackson. You can maybe decide with the help of those reviews. So The Haunting of Hill House is about a psychologist named Dr. Montague, or Montague, however you want to go about pronouncing that. And he chooses 3 people to join him in the very haunted Hill House. And this is a very straightforward ghost story. And I guess there could be some question about the reliability of the characters, but I thought it was a pretty straightforward ghost story, haunting story. So if you have liked books like Sarah Waters' The Little Stranger or anything like that, this book you must read. I can't imagine that Sarah Waters had not read The Haunting of Hill House when she wrote The Little Stranger. It just seemed like there were a lot of parallels there. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It is about 245 pages, and I blew through it yesterday and finished it last night. So, really enjoyed that as well. And so today, I have the whole day in front of me. I am currently reading The Wee Free Men by Terry Pratchett. The Wee Free Men is the first book in the Tiffany Aching series, which is about a young witch named Tiffany. And it's like a series within a series among the Discworld books. I think the actual placement of those books is like in the 30s or something out of the Discworld series. But I started there because I had that book on my e-reader. My son likes me to sit with him at night when he's going to sleep. And so that's the book that I've been reading while I put him to sleep at night. And it's only about 190 pages, so I've been reading it just in like little 15 or 20 minute snatches all week, and I'm about halfway through, so I may finish that today. I also intend to read Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, and when I was reading Anna and the French Kiss this week, or a couple weeks ago I should say, they mentioned the books that they were reading in their English class, and this was one of them. And I've never read Banana Yoshimoto, though I know her reputation precedes her. This is two sort of short story, novella-length stories in one collection, and it's called Kitchen and Moonshadow. So yeah, about 150 pages long. Shouldn't have any trouble reading this today. I read just a couple of pages last night before I got sleepy, and yeah, really looking forward to that. This came this week from Paperback Swap, so yay for free books. So that's it. The Dog Days of Summer Readathon has really kicked off great. I will also be taking part in the Bout of Books Readathon this week, and so I will do a TBR for that here shortly. Have a great day. Bye.